Okay guys, here we go. This is Uncharted Waters for the Super Nintendo, part 3 of a playthrough. We currently have the one heavy galleon. I think we've got a Carrack, a Neo, and a Caravel, the smallest ship. The thing that we're working on right now is to outfit the entire fleet with heavy galleons. I think I was ready to sail, if I recall. Let's sail. Yep, we're not well prepared. We are prepared. We're just fine. We're going to get to sailing now. So, a question for all of you Uncharted Waters veterans out there. How do you set up and configure your heavy galleons? Like, for example, a regular galleon can hold 160 sailors. I always thought that was a little too many, so I unfit my heavy galleon. I like round numbers. A heavy galleon has 1,000 cargo space, so I go 100 cannons, 100 men. I, in all these years, never really stopped to think if that was really ideal. I don't know if maybe 100 cannons and 200 men would be more effective, 2 men to a cannon. I don't know if the game even operates numbers in that way. If maybe I just had some ineffective cannons because it was a 1-to-1. Never really thought that hard about it. All I know is that once you start getting your battle skill up, that you start sinking ships in a one-shot, and it really becomes irrelevant. Sometimes it might take a second shot, it's not the biggest deal. Alright, here we are in Bordeaux again. Working on it. So from here, let's go to the marketplace, and we're going to sell. I got 26,000 already. I'm going to sell all the sugar. Boom, 37,000. And I'm going to sell again. Where are we at now? Sugar, 420. Selling it all, 50,000. So, if I was to inspect, without even going to see what the port prices are, if I just say restock food, it's at 11 gold per barrel, which means we're already almost down to 50% to build a new one. I'm going to restock the gamer, and I'm going to go with, 18? Yep, okay. And water on the gamer, 18. Good to go. Okay, so now that I have all this money in my hand, I'm going to go back in, buy, build. Yes, I want to build. I want a heavy galleon. Yep, I want it out of the best wood, mahogany. Yes, it's okay. I want 3 mast, I want 4 point. Total cost, 23,000. See that? We've destroyed the economy, so now we can build a brand new heavy galleon for 23,760. I'm not even gonna haggle with the guy, I'm just gonna take it. Give me 100 guns. Give me 100 men. What should we name it? How about the Wyvern? Where's the V? Okay. So now, let's go back up here, and we'll buy, for the Wyvern, porcelain at 33. I'll take all 800. And now I will sell all the sugar that's left. Dragon, sugar, 800. Dragon, porcelain at 33. As much as you can, 754. Spend all the cash. Hanging on by a thread here. What do I want to do? I want to transfer men. I'm going to take this down to 15. I'll take this down to 15. Take this to 20. There we go. That's plenty. No need to go overboard on the manpower right now. Sailing out of Bordeaux. And I've got a bunch of porcelain on those ships. I may go ahead and dump the Gamer, the very first ship. I know it has culverin cannons on it. Here we go. We're going to order personnel. I will put Marco on the big ship. I will put Jose on the next one. And I will put Miguel on the very small ship. Oop, hold on. Did it accept that? No. Marco on the big ship, Jose on the next big ship, and Miguel will go on the tiny ship. Done. There we go. And the reason for that is so that we don't have any sailing problems, because if you look info, and I take a look at mates, I take a look at Marco's ability, his sailing skill is level 5. Not bad. I take a look at Miguel, he's obviously level 1. So I want Marco with the higher level of sailing ability to be on the biggest ship. The next guy was Jose, right? Level 4, and he's on the Carrack. And then it was Roberto on the next ship. He's level 2, so he's getting there. So this is a good distribution. Let's take a look at Self. Oh yeah, level 6. Okay. Yeah, we've got a rank now too. Squire. Now there is a little bit of difficulty while you are starting to get your sea legs, you're getting used to these bigger ships. The next question slash thought is how built up do you get the fleet? Do you go for all 5 heavy galleons? The general answer I think is yes, and the reason for that is when you do that first fight on the seas, you want to have all 5 ships be big strong ships, fully outfitted, rather than have a couple that like don't have cannon or a couple that maybe don't have enough sailors or hull points. You need to be able to take a couple of shots from these first guys that you're going to attack. Being what politics are, I'm probably going to just sail over to Turkey and start attacking the Turkish merchants. Honestly. I don't want to make enemies in Spain. Port call. Miguel Singh is still improved. Good. Here we are, back in the home port. Stopping in. How can I help you? I'm going to sell. I'm going to sell all of this. Porcelain. Boom. You'll double your money back. Let's stock these up. Stock these ships up. Give me sugar. Can you give it to me at 14? Yes, you will. I'll take 800. Alright, I'm gonna sell again. Okay. Let's go ahead and buy again. Let's buy more sugar. Fill this ship. Sugar. You give it to me at 16? Yep, take it. Let's fill the next ship. Alright, sugar at 19. How about 18? Yep, good. Now can we sell? Not much. I've still got a shipload of porcelain here. Let's go 334. And we'll dump a little money. Just a little bit. Savings. I'm going to deposit. Let's go 30k. The game is telling me they want to go to the inn. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm going to restock food at 14. That's a good price. 1, 2, 3. Yes. And water. That's actually really nice of them to give you water for free. Fresh water in 1502? Yeah, that's not easy to come by. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go sell. Sell that porcelain. The Wyvern still has 466 crates, so we gotta sell it all. And then buy sugar. Can you give it to me for 14? Yes, you can. Fill it. Sell the rest of that porcelain, please. And then buy. For this ship? Sugar? I'll take it at that price, it's fine. How about a stop at the end? How about not? How about we just sail? 8 days is plenty for me. That's all I need to get to Bordeaux. Notice how my ship is slightly bigger than the other 2 galleons that are down there. That's because it's a heavy galleon. So it's just a bigger ship. Alright, heading straight up. Going north and then east. In some of the previous streams, did I say I was going west? I don't know. Maybe I got it mixed up. 1, 2, boom. And now I'm actually going to distribute. You always have to stay on top of this. 300 will do the trick. You want their loyalty to be at maximum. 2, 3, 70 to 80, good. Order, distribute. Miguel should already be maxed. Give him 200. Order, distribute. Who else is on? Roberto's on one. 300. Nice. And then go ahead and give, who is this guy? Nicholas. Give him a, toss him 200. Are they not maxed? Is there anybody that's not maxed on loyalty? Let's see. Jose's good. Marco? Yeah, that's what I thought. Give him another 300. There we go. Alright, everybody should be pretty maxed out now. What about Miguel? Another 200. There we go. Alright, everybody's maxed on loyalty now. Now, there will be a general attrition, but just keep your guys paid. Toss them some money here and there. It makes your charisma go up anyway. It's a win-win. Cool. God. Oh, I missed it. Alright, we'll wait till the next day. Alright, here we go. How about a stop at the end? How about not? How about I go here? And I go... sell? Oh, jeez. Little issue here. Sugar? 294. I'm gonna do something a little tricky. Alright, here, you haven't seen this before. But if I go here, and I go transfer supplies, now I can go into this ship, I can say transfer yes, and I can take the sugar off. Now I go into very first ship, the gamer, and I just grab that sugar, put that onto that ship. Now I'm going to transfer men, and you'll see why. The ship right here, we're going to sell it. I'm going to put those men onto this ship. Now it has nothing on it. It has no men. What's our gold at? Let's see what our gold is. $59. Okay, how am I supposed to sell a ship if I'm already full? You know what? Just sell it anyway. Sell it anyway. I don't care. They're not going to give me a lot for it. It's going to be, yeah, 2,800. You know what? Just take it. Basically just giving it to him for free. Now I'm going to buy, and I'm going to build. I'm going to take the heavy galleon. Yes. Mahogany. Yes. Remaster. 4.24K. For a brand new ship. 100. 4321. 100. Yes. I think that is... There we go. Okay. And that's it. Now we got a whole nother galleon. Heavy galleon, I should say. Now I go back over to here, drop down, transfer men, from... Gosh, I guess the gamer, right? 10, 20? Put him here? 20. I know I said don't sell it, but I'm ready to sell it. So let's transfer all the stuff off the gamer. We got food, water, sugar. And then we'll put it onto our brand new ship, the Drake. Just for now. Okay. In retrospect, yeah, I probably should have sold the gamer first. I lost out on about 2,000. So, let's see, we're going to sell the gamer. See, there's a swan figurehead, and it's got culverin, which shoot farther than a cannon. Take 232. I emptied the ship, right? Why does it say 10 out of 100? I don't care. Whatever. Just get rid of it. And then buy and build. The big one. The heavy galleon. Yes. Here, just for fun of it, let's say I use the cheap wood. And let's say it's a 2-mast. And it's a 3-point. See that? Durability is 70. Power 41. Handling 67. Still has the big capacity. But heck no. I want full power. Build one, yes. I want it mahogany. I want it 3-mast. I want it 4-point. Maximum running. Is this okay? You betcha. Alright, let's call it the Hydra. Whoop. D-R-A. Alright, that was another day at the shipyard. So, let's go to the market. Sell? Sell what's on the Drake. 17 sugar, boom. What else you got? Sell what's on the Carrack. 420, boom. What else you got? Dragon. Wow. Okay, sell it. I don't want to run completely out of money. I know I have 30,000 back in... I have 30,000 back in Lisbon. No, that shouldn't be too much trouble. Let's go ahead and do this. Transfer the men first. Transfer men off the Carrack. Put them on the Hydra. All done. Empty ship now. Now go into here. Sell. Only, quote, small ship we have left, right? Take, yeah, go ahead. Give me the money. Buy. Build. Yes, I want to build. The last one. Heavy galleon. Build it. Most expensive wood, yes. 3-mast. 4-point. 21,000 for a brand new ship. That is crazy. You betcha, I'll take it. 100. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Name it. How about the snake? Done. Alright. Now we have 5 ships. They're all the same. I don't have to worry about any buying, building, whatever. When you build a new ship, it doesn't need to be repaired, so we're good there. Now let's go deal with this. Sell. The Wyvern. Sugar. 800. I'm gonna get a few mates. So sailors. Crew. Recruit. Just give me a whole slew of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25. just to keep them evenly distributed. $24. Oh, look at that. All right. 24 and 24. Good enough. All right, let's see. Looking for me at Trebizond? There's no way I'm going out to Trebizond. They wouldn't even let me on the pier in Trebizond. All right, here we go. You guessed it. Now we're going to restock. Transfer first. Supplies. Pull the food and water off of the second ship. I like to keep all of my food and water on the very first ship. Just because I'm being a little meticulous about it. And now I'm going to... At 10 a barrel? At 10 a barrel, you know what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 9, 8, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 400 of each. And water. There we go. Now we'll see how long we can sail for. But first, buy the porcelain. So, buy... for, I guess, the Drake? Not going to be able to fill these ships very hard, but we'll do our best. Yeah, still got 12,000. It's not a lot. Porcelain. Yes. 350. Cool. Wow, look at that. A perfect purchase. 0 gold left. Haven't seen that in long enough to remember. I'm sure it's happened before, but I haven't seen it. Alright, let's sail. All the ships are the same now. I can sail for 2 months. And realistically, you probably should take advantage of that 2 months. You park your ships facing in toward the coastline, and you just go watch like a TV show or something. Like, you get your sail days in, because these guys are going to need that experience with sailing. I mean, I think Miguel is sailor level 2. His experience is 2, so he's going to have a real hard time navigating this giant ship. Yeah, it doesn't even... We don't even know who's who here. I'm on the Dragon. Hydra, yeah. All the ships are the same, so it doesn't matter how they're distributed. But we will get our sailing days in. Notice how the ships are very slow now. It's because you have a relatively inexperienced mate trying to crew this giant ship. And he's just doing his best. They'll get there. Are we done? No. No, we got a little bit more work to do, unfortunately. We now have to buy cannon for these ships, because even though they are awesome, they are not able to fire. Now, you don't have to buy gunpowder or shot, which was a nice thing for these ships, but you do have to literally buy the cannons. There's a cheaper version of cannon called the Saker, and they are garbage. They shouldn't even be in the game. I've never wanted to have a Saker. They do crap damage. They're very bad. The Culverin, I mean, possibly. I guess if you have enough of them on your ship. Like if you go 400 Culverin, 400 crew, and you've got so many guns on your boat that they'll still have the sinking power of the cannon, that maybe you would. But, I've never gone that far deep into it. Has anybody ever really experimented with how many Culverin you need on a heavy galleon at almost maximum battle to sink a galleon? That's really the benchmark. At any rate, here we are. Sell. Off the Drake. Porcelain. Boom. 800. Buy. For the Wyvern. All the sugar you can carry. Can I get it for 1 cheaper? Thanks. Once you get your rank, they are much more amicable with you. The Dragon? Sugar? Not 16, let's go 15. You should be able to always get 1 off. Alright, buy. For the Drake? Sugar? Not going to pay 19. How about 17? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with the Drake. Sugar at 18. Alright. Sell more porcelain. You know what would be really cool is if the palace had a warehouse and you could stock stuff in the warehouse, but unfortunately it's only a bank. And then let's buy for the snake. We'll buy sugar, and we'll buy it at 18. Boom. Let's go to the inn. Let's not do that. I'm gonna go savings. I'm going to withdraw. I'll just go 20. Alright. This trip to Bordeaux will be to buy cannon. I'm going to outfit every ship with the cannon. I can sail for 55 days. I don't have to worry about restocking anymore. See, it's all relative. Back when I was using the 35-35, they were saying, oh, you only got 8 days worth of sailing supplies. But now that I've got 400 barrels of food, 400 barrels of water, they say, oh, you can sail for 61 days. Now, ultimately, when I fill out all 100 crew cab bunks with sailors, yeah, that number's going to go way down. But I'm not there yet. I'm not quite there yet. I'll tell you what, that very first trip out that you make when you're fully manned, fully supplied, and you've got cannons and you're ready for that first battle, that is a very exciting time. That's a very exciting time. We will be going through the Mediterranean to do that. I also will not be engaging other ships hand to hand. It will be using cannon. I'll be using cannon to sink them. Okay, we're here. Bark, port call, boom. Good, get that sailing XP up, guys. Get it up there. I think the maximum sailing skill is 25, and the maximum battle is 50. Go ahead and correct me on that if you guys have an update, but I believe that's correct. We're going to remodel. That's what this is. We're going to remodel, and we're going to do guns. And we'll start with the Hydra. Yes, it's the ship. Yes, I want cannons. 140 apiece. Give me 100. Now armed. Remodel. Guns. The Drake. Yes, it's the ship. Yes, it's cannons. 140 apiece. Give me 100. Remodel. Guns. Boom. Snake. Yes, it's the ship. I want cannons. 140. Fine. Give me 100. That's 3 ships. Let's go sell some sugar. It would be nice to stop at the end, wouldn't it? I'll get there. Okay, sell. Let's start with what's on the Drake. Sugar at 34, sold. But then let's buy. Right? Let's buy that porcelain at 33, 36, maybe 800 porcelain. Alright. Sell. Snake. Sugar. 800. We're at 40. How about sell? Dragon. 800. Ooh, that's kind of low, isn't it? Look this. Close that. Get this window in my way. You ever have that thing down in the corner where it says breaking news by the clock? It's like popping up. Okay, how much sugar do you want to sell? Let me think about this. Let me think about... The cannons were 140, which means that food is 14. And I just sold, so if I remodel guns, and I go... Dragon. Yes, it's the ship. Yes, cannons. Cannons are 120. Okay. Give me 100. And if I do remodel guns, and I do Wyvern, yes, it's the ship, cannons, 120, give me 100. Okay, 5 heavy galleons, all with cannons. Don't have to worry about the shipyard. Not that one. The only other item that these ships need are Neptune figureheads, which are expensive as all heck. I'm not going to worry about those just yet. Those are only needed if you go south, like around Cape Horn, into the rough waters. And my guys don't have the sailing experience for that now anyway. Alright, dragon, sugar, 800, boom. Let's buy. Snake. Porcelain, 30. That's a deal. Be 800. Alright. And then sell what's left on the wyvern. All that sugar. And then buy the dragon. I'm not going to be able to load these fully with porcelain, but we'll do our best. Nope, not sell, not sell. We're going to buy the last little bit of porcelain that we can. That's fine. Give me 406, and let's get out of here. And that's it. Now we've used Bordeaux for everything we need to use it for. We're gonna get the heck out of here. Still got 49 days. When I have these fully figured, outfitted the way I want them, I will have 800 food in one ship, 800 water in another ship. That's pretty much my traveling. So, each ship will have 100 men, we'll have 800 food and water, and if I recall, that should give us somewhere around 17 to 20 days of sail time. I don't remember precisely, but it's a comfortable amount. Comfortable enough to get where you want to go. Alright, we're just getting those sailing experience levels up. At this point, we can't chase down anyone if they decide to run. So those first battles, we're just going to have to get lucky in order to be able to get on top of whoever they are. Sailing XPs will go up. They will. After your first couple of battles, you'll lock it in. Your battle XP will start going up, and the more you sink ships, the faster it'll go up. It eventually snowballs onto itself to where you're just battling. They'll come for you, and you're just battling them left and right. You just sail out, and they come to you. You basically just have to keep going to the palace to collect your new titles. You don't have to go do any quests because just taking out the enemy is all that you need at that point. I'm gonna look. What we got here? Rico. He's a Portuguese trader. I'm familiar with that name. You get used to the names. Sometimes it'll say, oh, there goes Morgan's fleet. You know, and it's like, oh, they're pirates, they are. And you're like, whoa. You don't want to mess with pirates until you've had a couple of battles. I'll just put it that way. Pirates know what they're doing. Say, he's a pirate. Yeah. I don't have the manpower to take him, though. I need more men on my ships. He's about to go fight with that Portuguese merchant. Unless he's looking for me. If not. Come on. There we go. Build it down. Bam, right in. Okay. Debark, port call, boom. Get that sailing experience up. Get it up. I could come back out and look for Singleton. I got no problem with that. Alright. Let's stop here. Sell. Start with the wyvern. Porcelain, 406. Boom. I'm going to take that money and I'm going to outfit. We're going to hire all the men we need now. Crew. Recruit. Fill them up. Hydra. Bam. Crew. Recruit. I'm getting battle ready. 48 men? Yep. Load them up. $49 men? Fill out those ranks. I also like having 100 men, just because it's a nice round number. I can, at a glance, see exactly how needy a ship might be if they're outfitted. Alright, 48. Drop them here. It's funny that you can go into the inn and just recruit hundreds and hundreds of men. There are not hundreds of men in this one little tiny inn, but I'm basically like filling out the entire ranks of an army in one little inn in Lisbon. Only 40 can join us, that's fine. Alright, we're fully outfitted with manpower. Tip the girl. Algiers. I can go to Algiers. That's fine. That's a nice path. I'll take that path. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stock these ships appropriately. So we'll go here, and we'll sell. Off the Drake, porcelain. Ooh, let's see, 354, okay. Huh. You know, give me a little sugar. We've got to put something on these ships. Now that we've got all this cargo space. What we got, 17? 16. 800. Okay. Alright, we're having a money problem. We're having a I have too much money in my pocket problem is what we're having. Let's go in here. To the bank. Deposit. There have been games where I just have hundreds of thousands in the bank, and you never do anything with it, so this time I'm not really going to worry too much about having all that money in the bank. Sell the Drake, porcelain, 446, you got all that money. Let's do this. Transfer, supplies, the Hydra. Transfer the food off. The food will go on the Drake. Okay. Now we're going to restock at 14 gold per barrel, which is a good deal. The Drake is going to hold all of it. 7k worth of food. Water. The Hydra is going to hold that. Hydra, hydrate, water. You like that? Alright, now we're going to go back up here. And we're going to get rid of that porcelain. Gosh, okay. 412? Looks like we are going to be putting a bunch of money into the bank here. It was inadvertent. Savings, deposit, 59. Alright, sell. Snake, 800. Cool. Buy. For the snake. Sugar. Sure, 12 is fine. 800. Alright. Let's dump the rest of that money. Okay. Now I go back up. Sell. Off the dragon. The porcelain. Boom. 388. Is the sugar cheap enough that I can fill the ship for 24k? Dragon. Sugar at 12? Sure. Yes. Okay. Nice. And then sell. Is the snake full of sugar? Okay, so we're good. I now have 14,832. I want to have a little bit more than that in hand though. So let's go savings, and we'll withdraw. I'm gonna take 25k? 15k? I'll take 20k. We're now ready. So, this right now, we are in a position that we are ready to fight. I'm going to save it, just for the fun of it. Not going to quit. And I'm going out there to battle. Are you ready? 31 days. I could sail for a month, right? It was much more than 17 to 21 days. So, I mean, how long did it take us to get to this point? 2.5 hours of gameplay? Not bad. Not bad to really get to the best ships, outfitted with cannons, fully battle ready. Alright, so here we are. Whoa! We're right on top of somebody. Federicos. Look, survey, negotiate. See, I can go to Valencia. But was Singleton still up here somewhere? That pirate? You think? I'll go up and look for him. They normally, like, kind of hang out right around where you had seen him last. I was only in port for a day. So I'm just going to look around to see if that ship is out here. But he is not, alas. I thought he would be. I feel like he's looking for me. Well, if he is, he'll pop up right in the top of the map there. Because the computer normally keeps them right on your tail. I got 31 days to find somebody to fight. And I've got cargo full of sugar, too. Let's see who's down there. I need it to be an easy fleet. That's a pirate. They're pirates, they are. Alright. You know what that means? It means it's time to fight this guy. Let's get toward him. He's probably coming for me, too. Now, what you want when you go into fight is you want initiative. See how the wind and current are pointing toward the northeast? I want to be basically behind him and facing him with the wind and current in my favor. Otherwise, when I go to move in on this guy, he's going to be able to just sail right up into me. I don't want that. I got to move into position. Or let him move into position. Here's where I'm going to save state. Just to make sure that I get this right. Alright, there it is. Wind, current, base the ships up. This is where we want to be. Battle. Attack the pirate fleet. How about a taste of justice, pirate? Yar. Let's show them what pirates are made of. I now have initiative. So, I'm going to use my little inspection. This is his flagship. If you sink the flagship, you win. He's got 50 cannon. Durability is 70. That's Culverin. Those fire farther. They do less damage. Culverin fires farther, less damage. That's cannon. I think if you press left or right, it'll show you the hull points too. Am I mistaken on that? Or is it this button? There it is. Okay, so the top button is the ship's hull durability. And the bottom button is the manpower. Let's fire. The whole point now is to gain as much battle experience as possible. Fire here. $30. Oh boy. Alright. One here. One here. Fire. You'll get a feel for exactly how to position your ships to target them right into your cannon. Now, I may be able to pull this off. I may have to reset depending on how the damage goes. But the whole point here is to gather some battle XP. Firing on me. My next primary target is going to have to be the main flagship. I have to make an attempt to end this as quickly as possible. Yeah, we're taking hits, boys. We're taking hits. Come on now. 68. That's not good. Move and fire. Alright, that's one ship down. Fire. Okay. If I move here... Nope, I miss. Okay. Let's do that. I'm gonna guard my main flagship. Might sink this, but probably not. Yeah. here comes the hand-to-hand. Gotta try and reduce the amount of hand-to-hands. Gosh, gotta sink that guy. Alright, here we go. No choice but to fire here. We've got to get that ship out of the way. You can't use your cannons when you're next to somebody. That's another ship down. Move, 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 fire. Let's really work on their flagship here. 54. I'm going to move here deliberately just to stay in his way. And then I'm going to use my ship and this ship from the side in order to continue to drop cannon fire on his flagship. We need to end this. Yep, he's trying to move evasively out. 68, that's not a problem. Culverin. The damage will be minimal. Yep. Alright, where are we at? 70, 38. Move to fire. We've got to close in on that flagship and send him down to the bottom. Moving with the wind, repositioning and firing. 38, okay. How about here and here? Nope, okay. How about I move into fire? That's the ship that I'm actually on, personally. Alright, move, reposition, and we got him. There it is. Flagship down. 3 ships sunk! Good deal. Alright, victory smile down. Battle skill, Marcos, good, good. Captain. Here's the spoils, 2,000 gold. Jeez, I expected more than that. Cheapies. Cheapies. Choose a vessel. Yes, I will. Okay. Load that up. You know what? Hold on a second. Go here. Max out the food. This is how I handle it typically. Now I'll go to here, and I'll say yes. And since water is free, I'll dump just enough water in order to take on the extra food and lumber. It's important to keep a little lumber around, because you need it to make emergency repairs. Maybe not at this point, but sometimes it's critical. If you're trying to sail against the current or against the wind with damaged ships and low sailing XP guys, it's not going to go well for you. Jeez, gosh, okay. I need to power up first before I fight this guy. We've got to fix the ships, load up men, and then go after Singleton. This is how the game is played. First things first, fix the ships. They're normally nominal costs in order to fix them, and it's always worth paying. 163 on the Dragon. Good. All done. Ships are fixed. Now we lost some crewmen too. We lost some crew members, so let's get that handled. Go back to the inn. Crew. Recruit. Fill those ranks out again. 100. 100. 99. What is that? 32? Yeah. Recruit. I'm gonna spend like 850? There we go. Okay. Just so I'm not wasting cash. The next day, we sail back out. Let's go get Singleton. 26 days, but it's really more than that. It's really more than that. Now, it's been 2 days in port. That's probably not enough time for Singleton to have sailed off somewhere. He might actually even be after me. So, let's get him. I might even be right on top of him right now. Look. Look at Fleet 1. Puerto Rico. Look at Fleet 2. There he is. Alright. The first things first. Reposition your fleet. Hit the button. And save your state. And now, battle. Boom. Second fleet. Pirate fleet, absolutely. Taste of Justice pirate. Ooh, he has initiative. How did that happen? I'm gonna go ahead and let that happen though, because I am in position to immediately sink this guy. Do you think if I had a different positioning that I would have initiative? I have reset this game many times on the Super Nintendo. You hit that big purple reset button, and you just go right back into your save game. But let's see what we got here. Alright, he's got a bunch of crummy little ships. I'm gonna go here and here for an open fire. .38, nice. This will stop him from moving and doing anything reasonable. This is right behind him for another shot. 26, nice. If I move down, I will not be able to fire on him, so I've just got to stop here and take a shot up here. Because I want the damage. Right now, sinking ships is what's going to get you XP. And we'll hit him here just to weaken him up. Wow. Now he's going to move, but he didn't fight. That's interesting. He's running. That's what he's doing. And if he's going to run, maybe I'll sink some ships. Get that XP. I've got him right where I want him. Even when he moved first, I've still got him. Let's sink some ships. Yeah, my guys can take this hit. Out. Out. That's a miss. Okay. That's 40. Move here to fire. .24. Nicely. Here. Here. I can hit him and end this right now. Should I? No. We want the XP. Can I move this ship in this direction? No, I cannot. I can move it in this direction. And fire. One. 2. Nah. We'll let him run a little bit. I've got him within one shot of being sunk. The ship that's all the way down there, has that ship even moved? Oh, there it is. Culverins. Cannons can't fire that far. That way you know the damage is going to be that bad. Alright, where are we at? Who can be sunk? That 24 can be sunk pretty quick. Down here to fire? To fire? Yes. Weaken him up, Hydra. Boom, 8. Alright, who else can take a shot? Yeah, that's good. Fire here. 44. I love it. There's a 4 and an 8. I want that XP to go to my main guy. Sink him. Alright, Captain sank a ship. There we go. Good deal. Circling. Want to sink some more stuff? We have plenty of time, so yeah, let's sink some more ships. Biggest XP boosts come from sinking the ships. Alright, send him to the bottom. $44 and $24? I love it. Hit him. Down to 12. It's not where you want to be, my man. That is not where you want to be. I'm coming about. He's trying to get into position. I'm going to take that shot with my flagship and sink that captain's ship. That would be 2 ships sunk by Sirius on the Dragon. Let's see here, 100. That's a nice 100. Dude, moving up. Alright, what do we got here? 12? Move here and reposition? No? Wish I could. Okay. Still 12. Moving. Still can't hit anything. Darn it. You know what? I'm just gonna sink him. This is... Oh, I missed. I could not. I'm not in a position to do so. Alright, let's extend it out. He can sink him. Fire. That's another one down. He did not go hand-to-hand with me, though. Surprised they did try to board my ship. More culverin fire. 78. Alright, here we go. 44. 8. Boom. Shots fired. 22. That's nice. Circling. And circling. Let's rake some cannon fire right across their back. Alright, let's see if I can make this happen. So move toward and reposition? No, they're not gonna let me do it. Is my guy just low on courage or something? I'm not sure what's happening here. He got away. Yeah, our battle skills improved. How many ships went down? Give me all the food. Oh, this is not the ship for that. Give me all the lumber. This is the food ship. There's only 37 barrels free on the food ship. Well, put it on the water ship then. 147. Always take all the food. You can always drop shore and get water. Alright, let's hit this guy again. Yeah, look at this. So from here, you can save games. See this? You can save right here in the sea. I'm gonna battle him again. It's not getting away. You can try to run, but you're not going to get away. There he is, 22, 4. Alright. Move to fire. Ship down. Let's see what he does. He's running again. The culverins are trying to fire on me. His ship is so crippled that he can barely even get away. Just send him to the bottom. Alright, it took 2 battles, but we finished off Singleton. Gale's battle skills up. Took the... Yeah, now that's gold. That's gold from a pirate. Took the gold right off his ship. Alright, let's go to the food ship. Still full. Water ship. Water ship down. Go up to 198 or so. Take all the food. Take all the lumber. then backfill with the water. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and debark. I'm going to go ashore, and I'm going to hit a landing point right here. Now I'm going to fix. I'm going to fix the ships that are all beat up. I'm going to use up that free lumber. Repairs done on the shore are just as good as repairs done in the shipyard. And now I'm going to go to Spain, I think. I don't see why not. Let's just keep moving. Can I go? Oh, you know what? My guys might need to be fixed. Alright. I gotta stop at Lisbon really quick. Fill up the crew. Fix the ships. I don't want to, but it's gotta be done. Alright. Can't get against the current and the wind with low sailing skill on ships that are even minor damage. It's just gonna make trouble. So fix those ships. Fill out those crews. Oh yeah, the dragon was pretty low on men. Alright. So how much are we short? 24? Okay. Really? 98? Need 2 more guys. Boom. All done. Now, that has just boosted my rep. Taking out pirates is definitely a rep booster. All sea battles will boost your reputation. Look, announcing Sirius. That means the king wants to talk to me. Deliver this to the King of Spain. I can do that. Let's go. Savings. Deposit. No. Since I'm going to Spain, I'm going to buy the Neptune figureheads there. Sale. It says 16 days, but we can travel farther than that. We've got a lot of food. It's going on your shortest resource, which is the water. We have less water than food right now, so that is the critical path. After the King of Spain, I think that'll be the end for this one, and we'll have to move on to part 4. But this has been a really exciting stream, this part 3. So while I'm here, I'm going to take an info and I'm going to take a look. What's my battle skill? 5. Respectable. Very respectable. What about my mates? What about Jose? What's he at? I guess he hasn't sunk anything or taken any shots. Marco? 7. Very nice. Miguel? 9. Very good. Roberto. Okay. It would probably be helpful to go to the shipbuilder and pay the, like, 10 gold or whatever to rename each ship to the name of the guy that's on it. That way, I know that Marco and Jose are where they are, and I know that their shots are going to pack a punch. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. It just came right up on me. So right now we're going against the current, and it's just pushing us right back up into the coastline. It'll probably push us right into this screen too, which you rarely ever see this screen. There's one little dot that you could be in. But here we are, Spain. Seville is the capital of Spain. All I gotta do is go to the palace. Easy enough. And then debark, port call. Yes. See, I had 36 days of food left and only 8 days of water. I'm not interested in the inn right now. I have business with the king. So, boom. Famous, serious? Yep, that's me. Here's a letter from Portugal. Alright. We're out. Done. Now, I will go to shipyard. And I will say remodel, figurehead. What have you got? If I wanted to put a figurehead on the Hydra, what figureheads do you have? Neptune? Sounds really nice. 32,000? Yeah, that's how much they cost. So yeah, give it to me. Seville is a close place to get a Neptune figurehead. What can I tell you? And 32,000 is super expensive, but it's got to be done. Sell. Snake, sugar, 800. Let me buy another figurehead. Remodel, figurehead. It's going to be on this one. Yes. It's going to be Neptune. Yes. Destroying their economy does not affect the fixed price of a 32,000 gold Neptune figurehead. Fortunately. Sell. Off the Drake. Oh, the Dragon. Sugar. 800. Give me one more. Remodel. Figurehead. Snake. Neptune. That's 3. I can afford one more, but I'm still going to have to make a trip back for that 5th one. I don't have enough sugar to cover it. To cover the bill. And sell. Wyvern. Sugar. Boom. 39,000. Remodel. Figurehead. Dragon. Yes, it's the vessel. I want the best one you got, and I'm gonna buy it. Alright, that's 4 ships that are outfitted with the max cannons, the crew that I want, Neptune figurehead. So now when you go into rough seas, you've got some mystical protection. Let's transfer supplies. Where are we at? Hydra? Move that food around a little bit. Let's go to the Drake and see what's up. 620? Okay, maxed out. Hydra, yes. Put the remaining back on the ship. Okay. Restock. Water. Go ahead and load the Hydra. 681. Where am I at? I need 100. Put it on the Snake. Oops. Maybe one more. Sometimes your math is off, but it is what it is. 31 days. Okay. Here's a fun fact. The number of people that line up to say goodbye to you while your ship leaves directly correlates to the amount of support for your country. So in Portugal, you'll see 3 people run out. In Bordeaux, the one that I just swayed to Portugal's reign, 3 people will line up. But if you're only seeing 1 person line up, then unless there's a reason for them to be friendly with you, they probably aren't. 1, 2, and then straight up. What was the fame? Order, distribute. Go ahead and distribute to these guys. They deserve it. Jose, take your money. Distribute to Marco. Cash. Who else have we got here? Miguel? Boom. And Roberto. Get you guys paid. What was that reputation at now? Info, mates, yourself? The fame is 2143. Cool. straight up. Straight up. 1, 2. And change course. Alright, debark, port call, boom. Lisbon. And now that we are here, let's see what we can do here. Transfer, supplies. Get some water here. Alright, just getting an idea about where we're at. Loaded up 672. 698. Gotcha. How about restock? Food. 11? Nice. Let's go ahead and load up that food ship. And then water. There's the water ship. Okay. Where to? To the king. Excellent service. New title. And a reward. Very cool. Savings. Withdraw. Let's go ahead with all 56, yeah. Just give me all the cash. Load the ships up. Buy. We got 3 ships, I'm gonna put sugar on all of them. I'll pay 15. And then buy. Wyvern. Sugar. 18. Okay, that's all there is to it. How much money do I have? 22? That's a good place to be. This is where we're going to save the game, guys. Alright. Save? Yes. And let's save it here too. Alright, we'll see you again for part 4. Thanks for watching, everybody.